This is going to be Havard's second semester exam for history, 8th grade history. It looks like 50 questions. So matching, do not write on the test. For the following on your Scantron, darken the letter or letters that answer the matching numbered questions, 2 points each. The word bank, I'm going to read first. The word bank on the right is A, Lee, B, Frederick Douglass, C, Sherman, D, John Brown, E, Grant, AB is Harriet Tubman, AC is Atlanta, AD is the Appomattox Courthouse, AE is McClellan, BC is Lincoln, BD is 15th Amendment, BE is 13th Amendment, CD is 14th Amendment, CE is to preserve the Union, and DE is for states' rights. So from that word bank. Number 1, well-known general of the Union. Remember, you can hit the pause button at any time and resume at your convenience. At the end of the test, if you need something reread to you, just raise your hand and ask whichever instructor is in the room, ask them to repeat the question for you. So just skip anything that you're unsure of and come back to it later. So number 2, led an attack at Harper's Ferry. Number 3, well-known Confederate general. Number 4, famous for his march to the sea. Number 5, conductor for the Underground Railroad. Number 6, place where treaty was signed ending the Civil War. Number 7, said that the Civil War was over slavery. Number 8, said that the Civil War was to preserve the Union. Number 9 was burned to the ground during the Civil War. Number 10 was known as the Do-Nothing General. Number 11, reason the South said they were fighting the Civil War. Number 12, abolish slavery. Number 13, said that all citizens could vote. Number 14, said all persons born in the U.S. were citizens. Number 15, reason the North said they were fighting the Civil War. For the next section, it's multiple choice. On your Scantron, darken the letter of the choice that best completes the statement or answers the question. 2 points each. Number 16, what was a Sherman necktie? A bow tie. B, a bent railroad rail. C, thicker style tie worn by General Sherman. D, there was no such thing. Number 17, where was the first battle of the Civil War? A, Atlanta. B, Gettysburg. C, Richmond. D, Fort Sumter. Number 18, one result of the Civil War was A, England came into the war. B, cannon were invented. C, income tax was started. D, the U.S. Constitution was written. Number 19, the North and the South thought the war would last A, 5 years, B, 30 days, C, 6 years, D, 90 days. Number 20, the ironclad ships that fought during the Civil War were the Merrimack, Virginia, and Fulton's Folly, A, Fulton's Folly, B, the Monitor, C, the Constitution, D, the Mayflower. Number 21, the first and only president of the Confederacy was A, Robert E. Lee, B, Lincoln, C, Frederick Douglass, D, Jefferson Davis. Number 22, the river that the North wanted to control to divide the South into two was the A, Missouri, B, Mississippi, C, Ohio, D, Tennessee. Number 23, if Douglas and Lincoln both received about the same amount of popular votes in the election of 1860, why did Lincoln get to become president? A, he had the second most electoral votes. B, the Supreme Court ruled he was the president. C, he had the most electoral votes. D, he won the most popular vote in every state. Number 24, pick out the statement that is not true, if any, in regard to the decision the Supreme Court handed down in the Dred Scott case. So you're looking for the statement that is not true. A, Dred Scott was told that he didn't have any rights. B, he was told that he was basically just a piece of property. C, he was told that he wasn't even a citizen. D, A, B, and C were all said. They were all true, so I must choose D as my answer. Number 25, what amendment officially abolished slavery? A, 12th, B, 14th, C, 13th, D, 15th. Yeah, you're now at the halfway point of the exam. Number 26, the Civil War lasted from blank to blank. A, 1858 to 1866. B, 1861 to 1865. C, 1855 to 1866. D, 1845 to 1851. Number 27. People who moved from the North to the South after the Civil War were known as A, carpetbaggers, B, freedmen, C, traders, or D, scalawags, people who moved from the North to the South after the Civil War. Number 28, Southern Democrats referred to Southern white Republicans as A, carpetbaggers, B, freedmen, C, traders, or D, scalawags. Number 29, because many Southern landowners were poor after the war, they had to resort to a system called A, crop rotation, B, sharecropping, C, fallowing, D, mechanized farming. Number 30, after the invention of the cotton gin, A, cotton production decreased, B, nothing happened, C, slave population increased, or D, slaves quit working. Number 31, as cotton production increased, A, slave population increased, B, slaves quit, C, slave population decreased, D, nothing happened. Number 32 is talking about the Dred Scott case again. So the Dred Scott versus Sanford case basically, A, denied that slaves were property and gave them citizenship. B, defended the rights of slave owners and denied that Negroes were citizens. C, defended the doctrine of states' rights and nullification. D, declared slavery illegal in all U.S. territories. Number 33. A major advantage of the North during the Civil War was A, its geographical position. B, it had less population. C, its factory and manufacturing ability. D, its rural population. Number 34. What was Andrew Jackson's Indian policy? A, to set aside land in each state to be Indian land. B, to exterminate the eastern tribes. C, to physically remove the Indians west beyond the Mississippi River. D, to integrate the Indians into white society. Number 35. The law that created Maine as a free state and allowed another state to come into the Union as a slave state was known as the A, Compromise of 1850, B, Missouri Compromise, C, Austin Manifesto, D, Wilmot Proviso. Number 36. In the Supreme Court case of Worcester versus Georgia, the A, slave Dred Scott was acquitted. B, Cherokee Nation challenged Georgia's anti-Cherokee laws. C, idea of states' rights was upheld within Georgia. Or D, state of Georgia was allowed to deny the Cherokees' claim. All right, we're on the last page, number 37. The War of 1812 was fought because of A, disputes over land, B, trade problems along with Native American threats, C, ideas about independence, or D, nothing. Number 38, the belief in the 1800s that the fate of the United States was to grow all the way to the Pacific Ocean because God was going to give that country the land was called A, providence, B, manifest destiny, C, miraculous intervention, D, there was no name for that belief. Number 39. In Marbury versus Madison, the issue dealt with judicial review. This meant that A, the judicial branch has the power to decide whether a law is constitutional or not. B, the military had the power to review and change judicial decisions. C, the legislative branch had the power to decide whether a law was constitutional or not. Or D, the judicial branch should review all new legislation. Number 40, the U.S. President who within the law set out to destroy the Bank of the United States was A, Abe Lincoln, B, Andrew Jackson, C, Zachary Taylor, or D, Martin Van Buren. Which one of those U.S. presidents who within the law set out to destroy the Bank of the United States? Number 41, the belief that a state could refuse to enforce a federal law within its borders was called A, habeas corpus, B, nullification, C, republicanism, D, avoidance. Number 42. The Supreme Court case that declared the Bank of the United States constitutional was A. Marbury v. Madison, B. Dred Scott v. Sanford, C. McCulloch v. Maryland, D. Gibbons v. Ogden. Number 43, supporters of states' rights believe that A. State power should be stronger than federal law. B. Voters could nullify any state law that didn't apply to them. C. Federal power should be equal to state power. Or D. Federal power over states was unconstitutional. Number 44, the Monroe Doctrine. A. Got Latin American countries to fight for independence. B. Protected Latin American countries from internal conflicts. C. Protected Latin American countries from Europe. D. Has not shaped U.S.-Latin American relations. Number 45. Mass production and interchangeable parts were concepts that were contributed to American industry by A. John Deere, B. Cyrus McCormick, C. Isaac Singer, or D. Eli Whitney. The last 5 questions are true or false. On your Scantron, indicate whether the sentence or statement is true or false by darkening the correct oval. For each question, darken A for true, B for false. Number 46. We can learn today from America's past failures and mistakes. Number 47, a good reason to study history is so the same mistakes may not be repeated. Number 48, historians can forecast or foretell the future perfectly by studying the past. Number 49, there are many stories to tell about American history. Even though the United States, when compared to other countries around the world, is a young country, it has a rich history. And the last question, number 50. Whatever happened in the past affects the present and the future. And that is the end of your test.